our beautiful country and support hundreds of communities in Canada. One thing I always stop to say though is, despite the size of our organization,
Hey,
we
good
really are
evening.
very
What's
much
going on?
in every community where we are. No two families are the same, as you know, Ian, and the supports that we provide families can never look the same because, I say families are snowflakes. Everything's going to look very different depending on what the circumstances are. So we're sort of large company, small feel, and that's sort of a point of pride for us here at Right at Home.
Can we talk a little bit about just how your mission has evolved since we last spoke?
Yeah, of course. So our mission sort of held true. Our mission is to improve the quality of life of those we serve. I look at it with a wider lens. The quality of lives that we touch would be everything from our wonderful caregivers and our nursing teams that are actually delivering the care in clients' homes, but the clients, and then, just as important as our clients are our families that are supporting them when we're not there. So that mission has stayed the same. I would say that one thing that has kind of shifted since the last time we chatted is that we are looking a little bit more seriously at engaging conversations much earlier in the process, and so we're starting to talk about living. And if anybody has heard me talk about my parents, I know exactly what they want to do when they pass away. I know exactly what they want their service to look like or not look like. But if I weren't in this industry, I'm not sure I would be having the conversation about what the 20-year stretch of road before that point in time might look like. And so we're trying to really normalize the discussions around, what happens as we become less independent in our homes. What do we want? Do we want to stay in our homes as long as possible? 96% of Canadians do. There are a number of options out there, but I would say that our mission now runs sort of parallel to that thought about let's have this conversation earlier, if that makes sense to you, Ian.
It makes tons of sense, and one of the reasons it really does hit home, on one of the financial shows I was doing just a couple of weeks ago, I was mentioning that throughout the week I also do a consulting job with an awful lot of funeral homes. I go in there and design and consult on audiovisual stuff. Going into those homes, it takes a lot of the mystery and it makes it a little more comfortable dealing in that kind of environment. I was out with friends a couple of weeks ago and I'm sitting there and he was talking about his mom who was getting on and, wasn't sure how much longer she'd be around. And I launched into exactly that. Well, I hope you've had the conversation with her about, what her plans are, what she wants, what she wants to do. And, you really need to talk to her about this because, A, she may not get the chance to explain to you what happens, and B, it's a conversation that everyone needs to have. And then I look around and all of a sudden the table has just gone completely silent, and my buddy has tears rolling down his eyes, and he's like, how can you talk about this stuff? And, I came back with, how can you not?
Yeah, and it's funny because having the conversation around what happens at the point of passing seems to be a more comfortable conversation than saying, hey mom, what do you really want to do? people, shepherd them through their options and understand and navigate. And so if, a daughter, for example, were to call and just not understand what options there were, we have all kinds of resources. We can sit down and chat with them on the phone. We can do a Zoom call with them and their three brothers who are in Vancouver. And we can just kind of help them understand, point them in the right direction so that when the time comes, they can make the right decision.
I was just thinking as you were talking there, you gear up to have the conversation and then you start the conversation and 3 sentences into the conversation, you realize you really don't know the questions to ask. So that would be perfect. Let's take a break. And when we come back after traffic, Right at Home is built on people. And the people matter. In our next segment, we're going to talk about caregiver matching, training, and how Danny's team can ensure that your loved one sees the same familiar face every day. Exceptional care from their family to yours. This hour on Ask the Expert, I'm joined by Danny DiPetrillo. She is Chief Operating Officer at Right at Home Canada. Right at Home can top up the support already provided by family members, government resources, or retirement residences. Their flexible, professional, and relationship-oriented support is there when you need it the most. So much more than just a home care company. For more information, give them a call at 1-855-983-4663. That's 1-855-983-4663. And check out their website for contact information, articles, and more. Right at Home Canada. All one word, rightathomecanada.com. I'm Ian. Ask the Expert continues here on News Talk 1010.
Northbound 410 at Seals, we have a small vehicle there. Right lane is taken up. Take a look at the Gardner eastbound collectors at Islington. We have a crash there off to the right shoulder. Eastbound QEW approaching the 427. Problems there in the 2 right lanes. No troubles on the westbound side of the QEW. It's looking good. Northbound on the 400, we do have volume through King and then again through Highway 89. With buy one get one free at Buick Saints. Do more and do it for less. But hurry, offer ends July 7th. I'm Robin Metcalf. Your next update at 3:30 on News Talk 1010 Toronto.
Supporting your family when you need it most. Right at Home Canada, providing customized care for independent living right at home. Visit rightathomecanada.com.
This is Fred.
Hey, how's it going?
This is Fraud.
Hey, how's it going? Can you tell the difference? Bell can. We'll identify unwanted calls and help block them. For more information, visit bell.ca/call detection. Bell. Peace of mind just got better.
Wet roofs, wet pets, accidental spills. Life happens fast. That's why there's waterproof flooring from Alexanians. Right now, save big on all flooring, starting from just $2.99 a square foot. Choose waterproof laminate, a Duramax luxury vinyl, even stunning waterproof hardwood in a variety of styles. And the best part, don't pay for 1 full year interest-free. Live life worry-free with waterproof flooring from Alexanians. Visit one of Alexanian's 19 locations or alexanian.com.
Let's face it, everyone can use a little help in better understanding their technology. Each week, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman breaks down geek speak into street speak on Tech Talk. Learn about the latest tech trends in plain English and how it can enhance and enrich your life. Tech Talk, hosted by Mark Saltzman, Sundays at 5 p.m. on News Talk 1010. Brought to you by LG Care Q, LG's customer support team, keeping the life's good promise with quality customer care. For more information, visit lg.ca. It's time for today's Polar Bear Minute. We've got Kate Collins, lead scientist for Gold Star Canadian Tours. Kate, tell us a surprising fact about polar bears.
Absolutely. Did you know that some polar bears live on sea ice for their entire life, never setting foot on solid ground? Lucky for us, in Canada, we have the opportunity to experience polar bears that migrate from sea ice to shore annually.
That's incredible.
It sure is. And even more incredible is just how easy it is to visit the bears. Come aboard with Gold Star Canadian Tours for our epic one-day expedition up to see the bears this fall. I guarantee you that getting up to Canada's north and spending time with the bears is something you'll never forget.
A one-day expedition directly from Hamilton sounds like a perfect way to visit the Arctic.
It's the experience of a lifetime. Plus, the expedition is completely all-inclusive and great for travelers of any age. You don't want to miss out.
Thanks, Kate. Head over to goldstarcanada.com to book your seats departing from Hamilton this fall.
When you get into a new RAV4, you suddenly find yourself camping even if the closest you've been to nature is your houseplant. Because with all-wheel drive, you can get in and right out of there. All that's left to do is drive it home. Get in and go right now with Toyota, where you can lease a 2025 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $106 weekly for 36 months at 5.69% with $2,500 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
From tariffs to trade deals, the markets are changing. Is your portfolio ready for what comes next? For all your questions, you need a money guy. Calvin the Money Guy will help you develop a financial plan that includes the right levels of diversity, the best way to navigate uncertain times. With strategic advice from Calvin, you can not only protect your investments, you can grow them. Don't wait. Call 416-457-PLAN or visit AskCalvin.ca.
You're listening to Ask the Expert with Ian Grant on News Talk 1010 Toronto.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Expert here on News Talk 1010 Toronto. I'm Ian Grant. I'm joined this afternoon by Danny DiPetrillo, and we are talking about home care. Now, Danny, for anyone that has just joined us over the last 15 minutes or so, let's really briefly bring them up to speed on what Right at Home Canada is.
So we are a provider of in-home support and care services, and I say support and care because sometimes we're not actually caring for them, we're just supporting them in their home environment. We can deliver services wherever home happens to be for them in that moment in time. It could be a daughter's home, it could be the traditional home, it could be a condo, it could be a hospital. It could be anywhere that they happen to be. And the range of services that we can provide are everything from kind of what your daughter might want to do, which is making meals and doing the laundry, and perhaps she can't be there, helping our clients with their personal care, grooming and bathing, and then all the way up to nursing care, and unfortunately, in some cases, end of life, palliative care process at home. So that's what we do, Ian.
Hey, Ethan, why don't we talk a little bit about the people who make this kind of care work and how you maintain consistency, you maintain trust, you maintain quality. We were talking earlier how I went through an experience with my wife where we had a palliative care nurse in here for a while, and just her being here, I mean, she was an absolute godsend. I thought I could do it on my own. There's no way I could have done it on my own. Knowing that she...
Yo.
Why you tell me to run my dad dead, man?
Me know. Oh, you know something, me know.
You know, I'm a tell me. You see, man, I'm a tell me say, I'm going to pass tomorrow or Shabberry.
Yeah, I see me see it on line.
I like to see it, man.
Oh.
Okay.
I see it on line.
Then I come then.
You know?
If you not come out, then mother funeral.
Me run in and nothing, you know. Me not have nothing to do with that guy for life. A wicked guy that, man. Nothing me have to do with run. Me no want to see him, me no want to hear from him. Me done with that guy, man. That guy could have killed me, I don't know.
But what, me doing area now, me see earlier.
Yeah.
You just have to me think me there, see you where I'm about to step on the big drop down up here, watch it.
Me a run used to move so good when me believe in a run, me do anything for run and...
Brethren, any little difference, man, and put them there outside,
no,
man.
Me no want to see him, me no want to see him. Yeah, me.
Any little difference, and put it outside.
Me a run and know nothing, me no enough to know him.
Everybody...
Listen, me no enough to know him.
You don't have to tell me say the man is friend, me know how you feel different. But any different, put it outside, nobody no perfect, I got alone perfect.
But
Turn about a foolish or whatever. I don't figure it all like a part.
Yeah, me no have nothing to do with one in a life. As long as me live, me no want to see, me no want to hear from him. That the guy, me done with him. Me could have dead and don't know for Rowan I do stuff for me not even know. Oh.
You may know say no, I can't connect you no.
No, me see it online.
Okay, there's that time I'm reaching Cantona.
Yeah, me say me no want to hear nothing from that guy. That guy is the only guy me no want to see or talk to. Believe me no want to hear from him, me no want to see him.
I'm meeting early and let him say tomorrow, Shabby.
Yeah, me just see it online and...
Oh, when you put on interview it and everything?
No, me just see the wife put it up but she not call me, so me not call her. So me just leave everything.
Who you say put you up? Who put you up?
Him wife.
Oh, not if you know they're on married.
Oh.
Alright, I got me that killer still.
Alright.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, man, me not have nothing to do with that guy there. He's up online right now live. And when he hear it, he know. Me not have nothing to do with him. That's it for that guy, man. Never. Yeah. So we hear it, you know say me serious when me say me no want to hear from him. So you know what, I'm going to cut that video right now and put on something else for me no want it go no